This is the guidance presentation for the extended overview activity for the Year 9 20th Century unit taught at Plymstock School. I'm going to take you through this particular homework and guide you as to what you have to do in order to complete this particular homework sheet. Firstly, you may print off a paper copy of this activity or alternatively download it in electronic version and then fill this out online. Feel free to delete and reformat it, however it works for you. Your first question then is the first one we have here. What can you learn about the achievements in the 20th century from source A? Source A is down here, and source A is our picture here of one of the Apollo 11 astronauts on the moon in 1969. From looking at this particular source, what I'd like you to be able to do is tell me something that you can see from the picture about an achievement in the 20th century, a form of comprehension, but additionally think about an inference. Can you assume anything about the 20th century because of what you see or what you can associate with this picture? Moving on, we want to look at some political events of the 20th century. What I would like in this particular activity here is the flag of the United States, of the UK, of the Soviet Union, and of Nazi Germany, and the information on their city, leaders at present, where appropriate, and their past leaders. Follow this up with a country that you think is worthy of merit in the 20th century for what it may have done, for both good or bad, and filling out the information on that particular country. An explanation of why you've made the choice would also be appropriate. And that can be filled out here. Additionally, we want you to get in the habit of providing us, your teachers, with the sources of information and where you got them from. If it's a book, I'd like the title and the author. If, however, it's a website, I'd like the address of that particular website. Moving on. Political systems and how they've dominated the 20th century are also important in this particular activity. I'd like a definition of the two most important types, democracy and dictatorship, with examples, please. Again, followed up with information to explain where you got your evidence from. Military history of the 20th century. The two principal conflicts, World War I and World War II. I need the dates, start and end, and the winning sides, and the losing countries involved in those conflicts. Follow this up with any other conflict that you wish to tell me about that the British nation has been involved in during the 20th century. Again, I'd like to know against whom and the particular dates. Again, feel free to go beyond the one example if there's more that you want to provide. And again, the sources for your information, please. Economic history in the 20th century. I need the date of the Wall Street crash and a brief explanation as to its significance. The Treaty of Versailles, and again its significance. The Treaty of Rome. The joining of the UK to the EEC, the European Economic Community. When did that happen? Why was that significant? And finally, the adoption of the euro by the European Union. What was the date? And why might you consider that to be significant? Social history. What year of the century were you born in? A famous event of that year. Why was it significant? Then the same questions to other members of your family. In Year 9, we will also, at a later point towards the end of the year, be carrying out an oral history extended homework where you will be interviewing some member of your family or a friend from a different generation on events that have taken place in the 20th century. Coming down then to conclude, what do you regard as the most important event of the 20th century now with the knowledge that you already have before we embark upon our studies of it? Obviously, the quality of your explanation here is paramount. I would be looking for the choice of a reason, the choice of an event with at least 2 or 3 reasons to support that particular choice, and ideally you will have ranked those choices in orders of significance. At the end, conclude please with all the information you have used in completing this activity. Well done for attempting this extended version of the homework, and I hope you find out and learn a lot from the process.